And Birds of Fire is next one. Looking how it's small, then we're gonna be continuing. So we are streaming just not even 3 hours yet. So next mission is up. Okay, so back with tea and some more chocolate. A bit of energy on top of that, and apparently even a bit of caffeine, as it seems to be a mix of chocolate with coffee, like whatever, inside it. Oh well, hopefully it's gonna be fine. If I remember correctly, I haven't had that one. It's called Kofila here in Czech Republic. I haven't had that one for quite a few years. But I kinda enjoy it here and there years back, so it's probably gonna be fine. But anyway, yeah, well, thank you for joining me, Peter Kuhn, for today, for few hours of Heroes of Might and Magic 3. Yeah, right now continuing with mission number 7, Birds of Fire. So Tarnum must defeat the fire elementals who enslave the phoenixes by capturing their town. Didn't we already defeat them before? All heroes will be limited to level 35, but Tarnum and his 3 best heroes will transfer to the next scenario with their spells, skills and experience. 4,000 gold, all 12 enchanters. I'm gonna be going for the enchanters because it seems we really don't have options to get them anymore. It seemed like a good choice in the last mission.
Tarnum always had an obsessive hatred for slavers. So when he learned the Fire Lord had enslaved the beautiful Phoenix, he nearly dropped everything. Even when he knew the Elemental Lords would soon attack our world, he returned to the Plane of Fire to rescue them.
Nice animation. Finally, we have returned to the Elemental Plane of Fire to free the Phoenixes. To ensure that the Phoenixes remain free, I must not only capture the pyres where they are born, but also defeat the fire elementals who have enslaved them. The men I left behind to guard this realm tried to attack the enslavers, tried to attack the slavers, but were easily defeated. Apparently, the enemy has the ability to quickly recruit numerous fire elementals. The longer I wait, of course, the larger my enemy's army will become. Right, so what is the winning condition? Well, you're gonna be learning after the first save. Yeah, those dudes are kinda hard to see here. But they are certainly here. Well, obviously we cannot get Altar of Fire, but we can get at least the Psychic Elementals. And we have everything built up. That's a good bonus. Though we need Mage Guild to improve it further. So I guess let's begin with that. And split you guys. We are having 21. 3 times 7 seems good. It's gonna be probably good enough to begin with. We could be also getting a few extra guys around. Psychic Elementals, they are not exactly all that useful in the early battles. Pixies are potentially gonna be eating some damage. That might be coming into Enchanters, so let's begin this way. Yeah, cowards. All of them are cowards. Actually getting those extra enchanters is apparently slightly screwing up with the start here. As it's way more than the elementals are willing to fight. Well, thank you very much then, I guess. Lots of fire elementals. How is it gonna be looking with you? Probably fine. Let's fight them. Well, how the hell do I even get into this chocolate though? Yeah, it's one of those packages that are way too tight and you don't have anything to basically catch there to open it. God damn it. Finally. And you are nicely positioned, so thank you, Lords of Fire. No, well, pack. They're gonna be distributed the same, but they are having way more movement. No. Would rather save the lives of the gremlins a bit. Why did she take such a weird road? Like around? You can see the same here. There has to be some different... Kinda thinking there's actually gonna be a road below this. And there is a texture. There's a texture of the fire above it, hiding it. That's why they are choosing such a weird road here. And it definitely explains the movement, because they are moving way too fast and way more than in the last mission. There have to be roads. There have to be roads basically below the fire here. I've already noticed that before, that they are moving way too quickly as opposed to the last map, so has to be something along those lines going on there. Hey Prowler. We're gonna be enjoying a bit of Heroes of Might and Magic 3 as well today. It's still having at least one mission, depending how long it takes, maybe even the last one of Masters of the Elements. Yeah, and she couldn't move there, but she could here. Yet again, really, absolutely convinced there's a road below all the fire. Okay, so 40 of these. So looking like a frost ring into the middle, and then the flanks should be easy to kill. Once they move a bit closer. Exactly. Yet again, gems. I mean, like this seems to be some kind of disease or whatever. In the last two missions, all the trees that we have faced actually want gems for some obscure reason. There's a weird monolith. Do we actually see where it leads? Not much. I would assume either here to the bottom or to the top. Okay, there's nothing here. It's completely disconnected. That's one of the parts here. And we wanted to also check what is actually the winning condition. Autosave and capture town. Right, so it basically needs to be just capturing the other town here. So this is apparently gonna be quite a fast mission, I think. Since you already have even this town fairly nicely built up. And Prowler, I definitely do have a plan of running through both Baldur's Gates and Icewind Dales as well. I really love all those 4 games. Icewind Dales are quite fun. Some people actually don't like them because they are more battle-minded, but I enjoyed them nonetheless. So all those 4 games, definitely to be expected on the stream. but they are way too long, so with my playthroughs, as usually I do them only on Thursdays, the RPGs, it will be taking like... I mean, like, I was playing Kingdom Come Deliverance pretty much like 3/4 of a year, since February, and I ended in October. So I think it had to be quite a similar length in there. As, yeah, unfortunately there's not enough time, and I want to be playing different games, and I'm also doing the Age of Mythology streams, so... that kinda like the time is slightly limited. But definitely the plan is there for them. I finished Pillars of Eternity a few weeks ago, which took me like a few months as well. And basically after I finished Kingdom Come Deliverance, like a few weeks after I started Pillars, so it took me like half a year yet again. But yeah, I'm also kinda looking forward to another playthrough of all of these. I've finished them multiple times, all of them, so kinda familiar with them. I'm probably not gonna be reading all the text in them, as I did in Pillars of Eternity when I was playing it for the first time. As those games are basically everybody knows them, so I don't think there's much of a purpose to basically read everything aloud there. So that will be speeding the playthroughs up a bit. So maybe it won't be all that long in the end. No, do we want to check there already or just here? You're gonna be checking what's beyond. To potentially see, and you... Echo Fire Elementals, you can probably do that. Yeah, I'm pretty much enjoying those Heroes Chronicles. They are having a very good story. That's still Might and Magic, and Heroes of Might and Magic, basically the whole franchise before Ubisoft, so it's still quality. Well, the last Might and Magic 9 wasn't really that great, but it was because it was basically forced to finish. It was like, when it was released, I think it was about like early alpha. So they basically released early alpha game as a full one, because they were already going bankrupt and just needed like anything, any kind of penny they could be making. And that's the result for Might and Magic 9 being really kinda not a good game. And I'm being kinda nice to them by saying that. I have finished it actually myself. And if I remember correctly, in the end I definitely enjoyed that. I did not like hate it completely. When I played it the first time, I certainly did not like it too much, but when I got into it the second time, then I kinda was alright with it. It wasn't that bad. And when you get used to the mechanics and how weird it is in certain places, and actually it is a solid game as well. But yeah, Heroes Chronicles I'm playing for the first time. I haven't played them before. I've of course finished multiple times Heroes of Might and Magic 3. I finished 4, I've played 2 and 1. I haven't finished those, so I'm gonna be finishing them for the first time in this story mode that I'm doing on this channel as well. So looking forward to that one. And I'm gonna be finishing them full. I only did a few missions of the campaigns because I was really little back then. English wasn't my good language yet. So all kinds of things like these were having effect. And then basically Heroes of Might and Magic 3 came, and that was trumping everything. And that was the game that I played tons of. Okay, that might be just a bit too much for you. I'll just hang back a bit. The Psychic Elementals are an excellent addition to my forces, and the stronger Magic Elementals with their immunity to magic will be a great asset against the Elemental Lords. One of the Magic Elementals has even volunteered to take over Hemorrhosis' position as Mage Instructor. With a creature of pure magic training them, I'm sure to have the most powerful mages ever. Okay, so bottom corner. Why not? A heart. A heart. Okay, let's go back, I guess. We're gonna be exploring this path first because there are a few mines and like labs and whatever. We're gonna be needing the resources for the mage guilds. So it's this way. It's like into the underground, teleporting us. All right. It's not on the same plane. It's a bit bigger map then. Let's go back. I don't think she has been at the tree. Yep, she hasn't. And we don't have enough gems for that. We have plenty of stone though. Six and 7, so therefore Citadel and Castle. It's to be coming up now, so that we get the most monsters. And apparently that's gonna be the only way to go through the portal and into the Horde. Well, that's fine with me. At least we have explored all this part. Although Barsolar remains with the army now, he has sent a few capable mages out to determine the defenses of our enemy. We've learned that the only way to reach our enemy is through the monolith to the northeast of our conflux. The Phoenix Spires are somewhere beyond that monolith, but we'll have to destroy the slavers if we're going to earn the complete trust of the Phoenixes, Barsolar said. Now that the meeting was over, I reached out and took the small man's hand. I just wanted to thank you for your support against Hemoros, I said. I still held Hemoros prisoner in a caged wagon that followed behind my troops. Remus suggested I leave the traitor behind, but I wanted him close so I could keep an eye on him. Plus, Barsolar wants to bring Hemoros back before the justice of King Magnus. Whereas Barsolar thought Magnus would be more lenient. We both acted poorly, Barsolar admitted. I'm thankful that you trusted me to search the elemental planes for you. Few have trusted me my abilities before. Being related to the king may have its perks, but no one ever believes you earned your position with your own skills. Yes, well, I really just wanted to get you out of my hair, I said. Yes, well, Barsolar smiled at my honesty and said, my thanks for your confidence, Lord Tarnish. I laughed. Now that's how the game of insults is played. See you later, Borsmolar. I called as the wizard left my tent. Could hear the man's hearty laughter as he walked away. Game of insults. It's almost something that some fans of Game of Thrones could be thinking that the show could be renamed to lately. Yeah, they're gonna be playing quite quickly, right? We have played less. Yeah, let's get rid of them then. Okay, that's a nice bonus. So you can probably just go in straight back. You don't need any kind of reinforcements too much. As a horde of energy elementals, which we should be able to handle alright. I wonder why they're actually so randomly positioned here. Because when you bind them in town, it's first then air, then water, fire and magma. Right now I'm trying to remember if this conflux is actually in the original game or in the later ones. I think this is actually one from the later ones. Because there are a few elemental dwellings that are already in the original game, as the conflux was only like a secondary thought. As there was originally supposed to be a how is it called, faction. So basically to like signify the bit of a sci-fi side to Might and Magic universe. But yeah, well, players really hated it back then. And to be honest, if I remember correctly, I just didn't like hearing it all that much either. Even though I enjoyed the Might and Magic games, kind of didn't fit all that much into the heroes. And they then decided to basically really scrap it because of all the negative feedback that it was getting and include the conflux instead of it. Which, to be honest, I did not like myself. I'm not and wasn't a fan of conflux too much, even though it's quite a powerful faction. It just kind of like didn't fit too much into the original themes. It always seemed kind of like forced and not entirely fit in, but it might be because of the late addition and replacement of the other faction to be probably a bit more fit in and a bit more prepared. Who knows? Who knows? That's never gonna happen anymore. It's a maybe, and we never know how the game could have been with the mech faction. Okay, we don't have apparently enough money to even buy anything, so it kinda solves the issue of maybe buying an army from here. Okay. Hello, Mr. Red. You're not really strong. You're not gonna be brave in the horde of energy elementals. So that's fine, but still kinda unexpected. But you are having already quite nice army here, so you shouldn't be worried too much. Just eating my treasures there. That's annoying me. They're looking how they cannot get... Sorry, morale bonuses. Can probably just slaughter them here. 22 and 35. Wow, like 700, whatever, 800 plus. That's probably not strong enough. This is definitely strong enough. You realize too late that you have fallen into a trap when the fire spread out before you suddenly takes form as lots of phoenixes burst from the ground. Okay, lots of phoenixes, that might be fun. At first you just stare at these beautiful creatures as they soar above you, a living, brilliant inferno. Then they attack. Crap. Okay, I guess kinda goodbye enchanters. No, maybe not. I don't think that actually haste is gonna be helping us too much. They are having 21 speed, not getting anywhere close to them, so that's a wasted spell pretty much. Alright. So, phoenixes. 1200. That is for... is good enough for meteor shower here into this double. Gonna be a few of them rising up, quite obviously. But how do we position the enchanters so that they don't receive all that much of a damage? That's the real question. If we go here, he's gonna be continuing with the attack, the 6-1. We go there. From the back, that could be working. How much damage can you do? Probably a lot. I mean, I can imagine about like 300. So this one should die. Yeah. 377. This one needs to wait. We need to be taking the retaliation from them. Yep. Okay, it seems like a normal lightning into you, right then. The visceral hatred of, especially the ammo card, of the AI is really something in this game. Okay, we at least did not lose any enchanters. Could have been resurrecting the sprites, but unfortunately I forgot about them. So yeah, well, sorry. Let's kinda roleplay that we resurrected them after the battle. Yeah, having plenty of mages for that. And you're gonna be just probably staying somewhere back here. There's a tree of knowledge. Not enough money, really? Okay, was that enough or not? Probably not. 700 doesn't seem enough at all. And you want what? Nothing! Okay, he's for free. Oh, that's a good tree. Alright, so there we are. From high above, a group of sprites fly down and reach you. We heard you were going to free the phoenixes. Or rather, to free the phoenix. By only one, but anyway, and wish to help you. It was the worst thing for us to be enslaved, and even though the phoenix is not like us, we cannot stand for their enslavement. Please accept us as part of your troops. This is wonderful. No, you kinda should be knowing that you're gonna be dying fairly promptly, as you are usually the first target of the AI. So, brave ladies, but don't expect you're gonna be surviving too long. Okay, so that's the portal that already leads here to the enemy part. So first we need to be taking this. And that. And the last one. One of Barsolar's spies has managed to slip into enemy territory with some psychic elementals. Currently, the psychic elementals are harassing the Fire Lord's forces while the spies search the area. My man has discovered something interesting, Barsolar says. What? A secret entrance to a conflux, I say? No, but while in the south of their region, he was able to learn how to summon fire and earth elementals. He claims the ones who told him are in hiding, so search every inch of the south if you want to find them. I suggest you do so. You'll need that kind of power against the elemental lords. We already have all the spells. So I kinda guess maybe if we did not, then there's the option. Yeah. This time I promise I'm gonna be trying to resurrect you. Okay. Let's put you back to life. Poor sprites, they actually came to save the birdies, and right now they have to kill them. Yeah, that's how life works. Warily, you approach the conflux. This has been too easy, and the Lord of Fire is not likely to allow you to waltz through his territory unnoticed. The flames of the fiery fields begin to dance higher, and suddenly you realize you have been ambushed. This is supposed to be an ambush. You will have to do a whole lot better than this. Especially with my 30 stats. Okay, that seems mildly interesting. Okay, that's fine. He doesn't even have Citadel, so he's not even gonna be having a shooting army there. But still, we cannot defeat him first, rather right about now, because I want to be looking into the south, as there's supposedly some kind of bonus for us. Even though I think that we already have that. The summoning spells, well, maybe there's gonna be something extra. Probably not even gonna be getting some kind of army from the town here. I might just right now go with Trissa and pick up those skill checks. So therefore those 2 trees. Have we been even here? Yes. No, we haven't. Okay. But you don't exactly have enough for that. Let's buy the magic elementals in there then. They're gonna be reasonably tanky. And the next turn, we're gonna be heading into that one. Get a bit of gold and then move forward into these other things. It really seems that this mission is gonna be fairly prompt. No, I don't think so, Tim. Good move. Cannot dispute that one. Oh, they're having the stone in front of them, so that's why they cannot move. Well, they are effectively actually blocked in place there. That's not great. Yeah, the special attack is kinda annoying. Okay, so what do we destroy? Probably the elementals all together. But any kind of good option here? Who's standing on the sprites? I think the elementals are standing on the sprites, unfortunately. Nice. Let's split them. Okay, 3,000. That is something that we definitely have. And though we need to be right now continue with the towns so that we don't delay with it too much. No, how much do we need? You're gonna be needing, yeah, having only first, so that's 10, 18, 24, and for 28. 28 of each resource you're gonna be needing. And 10 gems on the tree. So right now we can probably sell a lot of this. And that. A bit of that. No, he might be actually tempted to be attacking even the 6 Firebirds in there, even though she's a really good spellcaster. Might be better to hang back next to the portal. Just to not allow him to escape. That's a lot of fire elementals. There doesn't seem to be anything here in the corner. Need to be even continuing in that direction there. I burst from my tent as a commotion broke out on the edge of camp. I ran quickly toward the noise, preparing a spell as I go. When I arrived, I found Remus, half-dressed, trying to hold a water elemental back from a fire elemental. "What's going on here?" I yelled. Everyone fell silent. After countless years as a military leader, I've learned to cast my voice in such a way as to command attention. "Remus, what is this?" I said. The wizard waved his hand at a group of fire elementals and said, "They try to defect from the Fire Lord's army, but the water elementals don't trust them." "How can we? They're fire. They serve the stinking Fire Lord. They're assassins," said the water elemental. I stared at the fire elementals, but it was impossible to determine anything from their fiery expressions. They had been part of the enemy. It would be foolish to accept them into my own forces without being suspicious. But before I could make my decision, Barsolar approached hurriedly. "I'm sorry, Lord Tarnum," Barsolar said, "but in my earlier report I was going to give you some good news. Apparently some of the fire elementals are leaving the Fire Lord's army because he's been gone for quite a while." "Yes," shouted one of the fire elementals, "he's a cruel one, what he is." I had an easier solution and immediately summoned the leader of the psychic elementals. "Tell me if these fire elementals truly want to join my forces, or do they have something else in mind?" I asked the psychic elemental. "They are afraid their master will lose, so they hope to join you, who they call Master of all Elements." Well, they were cowards, not deserters. Still, I could use every soldier I could get. You receive word from your conflux that the fire elementals have already arrived. Apparently, they can travel nearly anywhere on their own plane in the blink of an eye. Too bad your entire army can't do that. Aren't we supposed to be getting fire elementals? Wasn't that all about fire elementals? And not magma elementals? I mean, like, it's close, but they are earth elementals. So I'm not entirely certain if I just misunderstood it, but it seems strange. But okay, any kind of army is gonna be helpful. So there actually wasn't anything worth, anything going on with the summoning that we had the message before. So I'm not entirely certain actually what this is supposed to be meaning. Or maybe I was supposed to be going exactly into the corner here? To discover some kind of trigger yet again? Because there was something about not only summoning fire elementals, but also others. So either it is all of those portals here, the confluxes, or maybe there's really some kind of trigger hidden somewhere. I mean, like, we can probably check. Well, let's hope that they're not gonna be attacking. Those 6 firebreaths shouldn't be killed in one attack. And they are playing fairly quickly, so I don't think it's gonna be a problem. Yeah, there is a trigger. As a trigger in the corner. You see a magma elemental sitting among the flames as if it's waiting for someone. As you approach, it comes to its feet. You prepare for battle, but the elemental raises its hands to let you know it means no harm. I've come to teach you, and any other members of your army, how to summon earth elementals. Just have your heroes return here. I'll ask no reward except to use what I have taught you to defeat the Lord of Earth, the magma elemental says. Why do you do this, you ask? Because even some of my kind do not want to destroy that which we helped create. You walk among the tanks of flame, barely noticing them until they suddenly start climbing up your legs. You try to bat the flames out, but nothing happens. It spreads to your arms, chest, and finally surrounds your head. Just when you thought you would die, you hear a whisper in your ear. The flames are trying to teach you how to summon fire elementals, and you now understand that it will teach this spell. It will teach this spell to all who come to this spot. So that's how it works, but I really think that all our heroes are having all those summons. Yeah, you have an air, fire, water, earth with Daramith. Aina is probably gonna be having the same. One, two, three, or rather 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. Next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and Tarnum then in that case is gonna be having all of them as well. Okay, so we don't need to go there. 1, 2, 3, 4. We just kinda like know that there is a bit of a notified Easter egg, let's say. Kingi, no, the plan is to be going through all the games, through all the missions. It's gonna be taking a long time. I've played most of the games anyway and finished them before, but I have never finished them basically in proper order, all the games. And so that basically to have the whole story of Erathia and Enroth in in one continuation and one continuity. So that's why I'm right now playing the 4th game in the Heroes Chronicles, and there are still plenty of them to go. So yeah, I really love those games, Might and Magic and Heroes of Might and Magic, so I'm kinda looking forward to all the games, to playing them again. Definitely looking forward to that one. It's gonna be taking probably even years, because some of the games, for example Might and Magic 6, or even the campaign of Heroes 3 is incredibly long. So it's probably gonna be lasting me for quite a bit. But well, who minds when there are such great games, really. No speedruns. It's basically for the story and for the enjoyment. Today I ordered Barsolar and Remus to prepare a portal back to our world. The time for our return nears if the reports from... What? The time for our return nears if the reports from the other elemental planes are any indication. The troops I have left behind on the planes of air, water and earth claim that these realms have nearly been abandoned recently. I think the only reason the plane of fire hasn't seen a drastic reduction of elementals is that Fire Lord is trying to keep the phoenixes from his own forces, rather for his own forces. But the elemental lords are going to start their war soon, and I need to be there before too many lives are lost. Remus will begin construction with the help of Ponifig, the Golem Master. Meanwhile, Barsolar will attempt to locate the elemental lords so we can enter our world close to their positions. A good idea. I'd hate to return to my world only to find that I have to march halfway around it in just to do battle. No, Heroes Chronicles are a legitimate game, released by 3DO, kinda like close before it was going bankrupt. It was one of the attempts to basically make money at last moment. I don't know if it was even planned before that, but it was released kinda really because they needed money from absolutely anything. They went bankrupt anyway after. Fortunately, they weren't very good businessmen. They were good game creators, but the business wasn't exactly there. And so it's very much official and very much part of canon, all of those games here. And that's why I'm playing them in this story mode run. Because they explain, for example, Revolt of the Beastmasters explained how Tatalia came to be from Might and Magic 7. Before that, it was about how the Barbarians came to be, how was the war between Barbarians and Wizards. It's kind of nicely tying everything together. That was a bit up in the air if you, for example, played only the RPGs. So I kinda guess that we are basically filled here. I think there is nothing extra. That was the fire elementals, right? Here in this corner. Yeah, and this is the earth. Okay, so that's pretty much it. So we need to be right now building up all of it in this town so that potentially can be getting some spells, which are probably gonna be only for Daramith. I think that everybody else is fine with the spells. Especially Tarnum is gonna be having all of them. Let's just go back with you as well. Give him the birds and gonna go back into town as well. First thing this morning, I gathered a bowl of porridge and approached the cage where I kept Hemoros. I handed the former mage instructor his breakfast. How have the elementals been treating you? I asked. One of each type stood at the four corners of the cage, and unknown to anyone, a single psychic elemental remained nearby, constantly monitoring Hemoros' thoughts. They ignore me mostly, Hemorrhoid said. The fire taunts me sometimes, but then you've probably put it up to that. I hadn't, but part of me chuckled at the thought of a fire elemental lighting small fires beneath the cage as Hemorrhoid tried to sleep. No, I'll tell you to stop. I know you're a barbarian, Hemorrhoid said. Yes, but does that really matter? Was it worth this? I said, shaking the cage. Barbarians despise wizards. Why would one try to help us? As punishment, Hemorrhoid, I said. Hemorrhoid really wasn't a bad person, just confused, as I had been. The ancestors gave me a second chance. Perhaps I could give Hemorrhoid one as well. I'm going to suggest to Magnus that you be given a promotion. When this is all over, I'll use whatever power I have to have you named Peace Ambassador to the Barbarian lands, I said. Seriously? At first, Hemorrhoid would consider such a promotion a punishment as well, but I could only hope that someday he would learn the same lessons I have learned here. Kingi, this succession is how the story goes, because the game, you are right that the games went out in different timings, but the stories did not follow properly. The list that I have there is how the stories go after each other, chronologically. So that's why I'm using that order for the story mode run. Some of the games are not exactly in there, some are like overlapping slightly or something like this, but this is the closest that I have found by all the lore beards of Might and Magic and how they think that the proper order is when you are trying to get the story straight. For example, these Heroes Chronicles went out and were released after many of the main games, but their stories usually deal with what came before. That's why I'm right now playing them at the start, and only later I'm gonna be getting into the more famous games and the bigger games. Okay, I don't have all that many extra resources here. I cannot probably buy all of it. I have to wait another turn then. Still not enough. Another one is needed. Yeah, well, I'm not playing Might and Magic 5 because that was not with Erathia and Enroth. There are the people from, for example, Might and Magic 3 from the Isles of Terra are in Might and Magic 7, like 7, Resurrectra and all kinds of little other heroes as well. I've played a bit of 3 on Amiga way back, but here again, I was a kid back then, so I wasn't having all that much of a true RPG enjoyment out of it. It was just fun game to toy with for a bit. And 9, yeah, quite frankly, I'm not entirely looking forward to it. I have finished 9 already, once in the past, and actually it wasn't that bad when I got into it. There is some kind of like semblance of the game beyond or below all the unfinished stuff. And I know how it actually came about and whatever like that. So I know what to expect. But it's way forward. So there's plenty of goodness before that. Luckily. Okay, so right now, do we have enough? We should be having enough right now, right? Six. Yep. Okay, so we have finished all of it. Right now it's gonna be Town Portal, Slayer, and Summon Water Elemental. Nothing all that important, really. So I'm pretty certain that Tarnum has all of that, even without checking. I'm just gonna visit with you, just to make sure. And Tarnum, well, we're gonna be having a fight with a few dudes here. What is definitely kind of like helpful in getting the most out of the story is that I want to be finishing the missions in complexity. Like basically finishing all the skill checks with every hero, building up the towns to the max, as it allows me to be playing the game a bit longer and therefore get as many of the story parts as possible. Because somebody who is going to be like only playing through to finish the mission as fast as possible He's gonna be missing a lot of story. And since I'm playing it for the story, makes sense. So 13 birdies, and how many of those? Only 2 phoenixes, that's fine. But when you are talking about Might and Magic 5, I'm actually kinda like interested at least in it. Someday to maybe try it out, because it's widely considered one of the best Might and Magic games. And I can kinda stomach like a block RPGs, block movement. The older ones, for example, as I said, I've played Might and Magic 3 back then, Dungeon Master, Ishar and things like that, so I'm kinda familiar with it. I'm old enough for it, not to be repelled by that kind of gameplay. So I'm thinking that Might and Magic 5, someday it's gonna be coming. But well, in the meantime, I've been plenty other games to actually go through. Okay, so Chain Lightning, if we cast it here, gonna be moving probably back there. Yeah, that's alright. That might be enough for the phoenixes. Oh, come on, seriously? I'm gonna be killing so many, even yours. Almost. Okay, probably gonna be sacrificed here for the goodness. For the good of everybody else. Nice. That was an excellent hit. Okay, so time for resurrection. I guess that actually enchanters might be winning the lottery here. How do we attack you in some kind of reasonable fashion this way? Uh, 20, you're probably gonna be killing them already, I guess. No, kind of looking at those poor sprites. Let's resurrect the sprites, it's more lives. It's more lives saved. They're gonna be actually in the end surviving until the very last moment here. I probably cannot prolong this. Where he would be attacking? He might be attacking the catapult, as the towers are gonna be probably shooting at the enchanters. Oh, they won't because they are blinded. So yeah, I'm kinda screwed at this point. Let's finish it. There's gonna be still this dude who's gonna be Iron Swell. So there's not much of an option how to actually resurrect more. So you're gonna be resurrecting them after the battle. Okay, so that's mission 7 finished. Congratulations, you captured Lantin and are victorious.